Hey Alejandro, this is Jonathan Siegel from MLSsoccer.com. How is your leg? Are you able to play on Saturday? And obviously as a leader of this team, what does this moment represent for the Philadelphia Union and the journey you guys have gone on since your arrival and a few of your teammates a few years prior?
Ooh, that was a loaded one. My leg is, I'm still in recovery. You know, I'm training on the side still, but I'm going to be doing everything I can to get on the field. So still a work in progress, but I remain optimistic that I'll be able to play a part in the game. And just for me, you know, this means a lot. Obviously, it's a culmination of all the hard work we've put in. Since I've been here, you know, I was sold on the project, the ambitions of the club, wanted to go in a new direction, right? Like, wanted to get more respect, and I think we've earned every right of that since I've been here. And, you know, we had a bitter taste in our mouths from last year, right? The way it ended. We felt we were just so close to accomplishing our goals then, and we came back with the season with a vengeance, I would say, right? So now we finally got over that hump of the Eastern Conference Final, and I think it's two teams that deserve to be here, you know, the best two teams in over the regular season this season. And we're all looking forward to the matchup. We know we've had some good performances against LAFC in the past, and we're hoping to be on the victorious end of this one this weekend.
Let's go to Michael in the second row.
Michael Lewis, Front Row Soccer. Not necessarily about MLS Cup, but you've been around for a few years. You've seen teenagers come and go. Jack McGlynn, 19-year-old. How has he developed in the short time he has been with the team, and what sort of potential do you think he has? Thank you.
Yeah, no, Jack McGlynn is somebody who I believe in a lot, you know, with his talent. I think we can all agree that he's got, you know, one of the best young left foots in the game. You know, he's got great vision. The game has slowed down a bit for him now, you know, as well. So, you know, even last game we saw he's able to have time and space and lift his head up and pick a pass out that leads to a goal scoring chance. So I think, you know, his talent is, you know, he has a bright future. That's all I can say. I think since he's come into the team, a lot of the young guys, they already have a good head on their shoulders. They're doing a great job over at YSC and with the academy. And Jack is somebody who, you know, the moment he stepped on the field with us, you already knew that he was, you know, something special. So, yeah, you know, he continues to work hard and get better and better every day. I think what he may lack for and defensively, perhaps the tactical part of the game, I think he makes up for it, you know, being able to pick passes like he did last game. So he's playing with no fear, and you got to love that.
Let's go to the front row right here.
¿Qué tal, Alejandro? Buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes.
¿Qué tan difícil es para ti este momento, ya que eres una persona que has estado con el equipo por mucho tiempo y con la posibilidad de que quizás no juegues, este momento que quizás has esperado por muchos años?
Sí, no, la verdad que lo físico es una cosa, pero mentalmente es difícil, ¿no? De no poder dar 100%, de no estar 100% para jugar un partido. Pero la verdad es que uno ha trabajado muy, muy duro para llegar a esta una final que no es fácil, pero yo tengo toda la fe en si juego o no, que el equipo va a jugar bien y yo sé que nosotros merecemos de estar aquí y ojalá podamos salir con ganar el partido, ¿no?
Let's go to AP in the last row.
Joe Reedy, Associated Press. How different, when scouting this LAFC team, how different is it from the one that you faced in May with all the additions that they've had now?
Well, one of them barely plays, but he's a big guy, right? I mean, that's a headline, but no, it's a team that has incredible talent. We all know that, right? I mean, that's no disrespect to Bell. He's a fantastic player. I'll never forget the goal he scored when he was out of bounds, like 5 yards out of bounds, and he just sprinted past and was able to score a goal. He's incredible. And Chiellini, I mean, for me, he's like a guy that, following his career, is like a guy you want in your locker room because he's such a personality. He seems like such a fun guy to be around and just a great teammate on top of being a great player. So, you know, this is a team that has a lot of great players. You know, Chicho Arango, you know, Colombian. Hi, what's up? I'm Colombian too, but he is, you know, he's a pest, man, and this team is great. I just saw Steve Cherundolo just now. You know, I played with him in a national team, and he was crucial to me during my time with the national team because I played in front of him for some games, and just I know how he sees the game, and just learning from a guy like him, So I'm happy for him that in his first season as a head coach here, he's, in MLS Cup final. So it's just, when you're scouting them, you see that they're a very talented team. But like I said, I think we've given them some tough games. And I think some of the more exciting games in MLS, when you think about that 3-3 game and then the 2-2 game we had earlier this year, we tied them at home 2-1-1. I mean, they're always been pretty exciting. So, we play our game, they have their game. It's pretty much kind of different styles, although I would say LAFC plays a little bit more direct this year than they have in the past, where they kept more ball possession. But, as long as we play our game and our style and give them hell, be hard to play against, I think we can get the job done. But there's no question LAFC is obviously one of the more talented teams in this league.
All right, we'll go to Josh. Josh in the next to last row, and then we're going to go to Saul.
Thank you. Josh Gross with LA Daily News. Alejandro, thank you. Andre talked about the presence that the group showed during the pandemic and really the wherewithal to get to where you are right now and really showed through during that time. I'm wondering if you could talk about the change in culture that he also spoke about. And, we see the stats, you and LAFC tied since 2018, basically like 1 and 1A in this league. I'm not saying who's 1A, you guys are tied. That 5-year period, where did that come from? Was that a progression from, you've seen that rising through your time through the club, or did something shift in 2018 that you see now?
Yeah, no, look, I came here in August 2016, and the reason why, I was sold on the ambitions of the club, the new direction they wanted to go in. When I came here, they hadn't even won a playoff game, and I had only made the playoffs once, I think. So, I think the respect wasn't there yet for a club like Philadelphia Union, but the work was being put in place. And we've just come a long way in terms of the type of players we're able to bring here, the academy developing the young players, the mentality in general of the players that are in the locker room. I remember, I'm not going to say I changed the locker room culture, but I think, I'd always get so pissed after a game when we'd lose and guys would go straight on their cell phones, or it was like they didn't really care as much, and I'd lose my... I'm not going to curse, but yeah, you get with the point. I'd lose it, and just I think now, since 2018, I think everybody has bought into what we're all about, and the way we want to, pride ourselves on representing the club and Union and Philly. So, like you said, over the course of the last 4 or 5 years, we've shown a level of consistency that perhaps Philly doesn't really get that recognition, so to speak. Like a lot of folks maybe don't think that when you look at total points amassed over those years, we're at the top. So that's a credit to the whole club, the training staff, the players, buying in. We might not have those marquee names, like a club like LAFC does, but I think one thing that we do have is, whether that's 11 starting guys or the 20 guys on the game day roster, they understand their roles. They come in and really fight for each other, for one another. And, it's instilled this, with the philosophy that we have that we can compete with anybody, and we continue to do that.
We have time for one last question, Saul.
Saúl Rodríguez de Telemundo aquí. ¿Qué te impresiona, Alejandro, de este juego del sábado? La ciudad, el estadio, el equipo, el ambiente. ¿Te impresiona eso?
Sí, pues claro, uno te impresiona un poco, ¿no? Por lo menos, primero que nada, yo creo que yo siento un orgullo, ¿no?, de estar aquí en esta posición, de jugar una final con de ganas de ganar un trofeo, ¿no? Pero todos sabemos Los Ángeles, ¿no? Es una muy buena ciudad. Uno llega aquí un día como hoy, uno siente que qué vida, ¿no?, que tiene la gente que vive por acá. Pero la verdad que uno tiene que disfrutar de estos momentos, ¿no? No pasa mucho, es difícil llegar a una final, y eso es lo que yo les estoy tratando de decir a los jugadores, ¿no? Que tienen que disfrutar un poquito, y cuando empiece el partido el sábado, pues a jugar nuestro estilo, ¿no? Como sabemos de jugar, que eso es lo que hemos... nuestro estilo es los que ha dejado la oportunidad de llegar aquí en este momento. Y yo me imagino que el ambiente va a ser muy, muy bueno, ¿no? Yo he jugado 2 o 3 veces aquí en este estadio. ¿Y cómo se llama la vara esa?
32-52.
32-52, yeah. bueno, yo sé que son muy, muy buenos, ¿no? Y uno trata de... la verdad que después de que empieza el partido uno no escucha todo mucho, pero a veces cuando le toca un tiro de esquina o algo así, uno escucha algo y bueno, es parte del partido, ¿no? Uno le gusta eso, ¿no? Y la verdad que el ambiente en ese estadio es muy bueno y ojalá podamos disfrutarlo y ganar un trofeo.